Hello and welcome back. Midnight chess, it's late night. It's a good time to play some chess, so let's get going. I'm at 1478. Hopefully we get something good. I did make a earlier video, but unfortunately I didn't have the sound on, so we're just going to try again. King's Gambit. And we get the King's Gambit declined. That's pretty common, but doesn't really change much. We stick with the King's Gambit opening anyway. Let it all happen. Um, Let them keep trying to, take that. But we can castle here. So there's a little trap here, especially if he moves right there. Um, yeah, see, it's a little trap. So the idea here is sacrifice the bishop. He loses castling, and if he takes, we get to hit him like this. All right, let me just show you. Sacrifice the bishop. He may or may not take. If he doesn't take, oh well. Oh, he did take. Okay, so now we just get his free bishop right there. And the craziest, this is a little trick. Now, if his queen takes, you'll see. It's dirty. Because sometimes, his queen took. See, they make the mistake. But you see, the pawn takes his queen and throws him into check. And I get a bishop and it's game over. I mean, that is the nastiest, dirtiest little trick in the king. Yeah, see, he thinks that, but this should be just checkmate right here. I mean, he's got that right there. Boom. Um. I mean, boom. I don't know. It doesn't even matter at this point where this checkmate's going to come from. So, this is kind of a cool one, I think. Let's see. We're going to move up here. Just let him take out some pawns. If he moves right there, we're trying to get him right there, so we get him in this this cool little checkmate where we move the pawn and he gets the bishop hit. But at this point, it's over. He thinks he's gonna. Yeah, see. Oh, he's got a knight. Or yeah, he's actually got a pawn. I was thinking it was checkmate, but he's got too many pieces to just prolong it. He'll probably just resign because all he can do is prolong it with the knight move up. We take the knight with the bishop. He can move the pawn up, but then we're just gonna boop take it with the queen and call it a night. This was actually a pretty cool one to show. It's one of the dirtiest tricks on um, the King's Gambit declined. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to show you what the big mistake is that they just tend to overlook. Ooh, we got a brilliant. Yeah, that was the queen. That was the sacrifice of the bishop. We're in this position. This is pretty common. A lot of times they'll kind of look at this and be like, "Oh, I can move my knight up there, and then I'm threatening this pawn and this knight." And it is true, because the reality here is, let's see, he moves him up, and then I sacrifice, which should be the right move. Yes, it is the right move. And the idea is he's kind of supposed to take right there, or not take him, just let it happen. And in this situation, what I tend to do is just take out his knight, even though Stockfish says that's bad. To me, it's fine because that knight actually causes some problems for you in the future when it comes to if he moves over this way. As you can see, there's a clear problem with the queen or the king being right there. Is that if I take right there, he can take, I move up, and just some random stupid moves later, I'm checking him with my bishop, and he's got nothing to stop it. He's gonna have to move and lose his queen for the bishop. Um, but this is kind of a common setup in the King's Gambit. I see it all the time, and I've had this same ending, or not the same exact checkmate, but this, if he takes, it is so like there's kind of a double trick here. So he can take, okay, he can take, and then when I throw this check up, he's kind of supposed to move away, like there, or he can move back, I suppose. But that causes its own issues because I still get the bishop. But that is your best case scenario in this. If you take with the queen or the king, as you can see, I lost a bishop, he lost a bishop, but I'm up a pawn. The problem, though, for black is that I am way more developed. I am castled. As you can see, I got my queen out. I got this knight all the way up in his territory. He can do this, and this is actually another common move that you'll see. They'll realize, like, oh, there's this rook just hanging out in the corner. Okay? That's no good. You're going to find some problems, especially when I take the pawn and open up my rook here. But if they don't, they will a lot of times throw this knight up. And although Stockfish loves it, I don't seem to do good when they get that. I mean, there's moves, but here's the big problem, though. It's a failure in calculation. You see, they see this, and they see this, and so they see it as like an even trade. A lot of times, as okay, I'm gonna take his knight. And that means that he can't take my bishop. Or I'm going to take his knight, he'll take it with the pawn, and then I'm going to take his. And it's kind of an even trade. So they make that failed that failed analysis here because they totally forget that my rook is now in line with the king, and you take his queen with a check. But it's not over yet. You know, as you can see, it's brutal. I get a free bishop now, and it's game over. Mate and two. I mean, what was the mate and two? Let me guess. Bring my rook up. Yep. And that's it. All I had to do. I was thinking of that. Just bring the rook up. But kind of wanted to play around with them. Anyway, that was a good informative game. That's I'm glad one of those happened, because that's a pretty fun way to win, and this whole them making that bad calculation right there. You know, I leave my queen open, and so that is a problem for me, and that's why when he moves, a lot of times I kind of just have to move back. I mean, no, that would be bad. Pretty much just have to move back, and then when you look at it, or not move back. I do get his bishop. My bad. And then he can take that. We kind of went over this, but so yeah, that was a great outcome of a King's Gambit declined. A good way to play it. A little trick or trap involved. So let's try a new one. Let's try Blackburn Gambit. Let's get a Blackburn. So then I can have the first game of a pretty sweet line of the King's Gambit. And we'll get a good full Blackburn here. So letting him take all those pawns. We're down 2 pawns for the bishop and the queen having early access to these diagonals. And don't want him coming in and knocking my queen out. So these first couple moves, Stockfish isn't really going to like, but I find them kind of necessary because they're prep moves. And, you know, that's a good one. We want that up there. I mean, it probably would have been a good time to have the knight up, but realistically, yeah, we can plop the knight up. Now we're going to castle. And that'll put even more pressure on that. So he's going to do that, which is fine. Now I'm going to plop up my knight. And the knight goes right there. That's the knight's home. That is the knight's home. I mean, he just knocked away a defender of that. So we get a free pawn, right? I believe so. If he wants to keep taking, that's fine by me too. Yeah. What was that about? I mean, now I still get to see. After all that exchanges, I still get to bring my knight up here. And I mean, he can... Let's see if he notices the checkmate right there. If he takes, I mean, come on, man. I can't save you. He's hanging, buddy. He's hanging. He's hanging, buddy. And then if he does move this up... Oh, he did take. Cool. See, this is just... A lot of things with the Blackburn Gambit end up being pretty natural moves if they start trading pieces out. So as you can see, I have a pretty massive advantage here. Huh. What can I do here? Yeah, I think we definitely still want to keep pressure on here. I still have that check. But I don't want his queen coming up. That allows me to bring him right here. Threaten checkmate again. That lets me bring my queen up here. Now we're going to get real busy on stuff here. Unless he's got something planned. He doesn't have a check. I don't see a check. Right there. Let's see. I mean, we could get that pawn back. Should we? I mean, it seems like there should be a better way, but... Oh, man. He could just take... No, he can't take my... So he's got to take my queen. I mean, I think he can throw a check in. Yeah, no. Well, we got our pawns back. I I don't know if anything else is super special about this position. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. It's definitely not a Blackburn type position because of the early trades that happened. I mean, I would think my position's a little better than his. Um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, we're equal on everything. I don't want him to double up his rooks right there. Yeah, I didn't want you doubling it up, dude. We can stay single with the pairs we got. Um, so I guess it's time to push some pawns. Bring my rook over. Keep him out of harm's way. Hopefully blunders and pushes him up. Still got my bishop there. Good old handy bishop. Cutting through the board. Let's see. I think we'll just pop him up. Back him up. You're just gonna annoy me, and I know it. You're just gonna annoy me. That's what rooks are there for. Just to annoy the hell out of you. Right there. And I just back up right there. And then he's got what? A check? Yeah, he's got a check right there. That's super annoying. Yeah. Go ahead. Whatever you're planning on doing. I probably should have went over there, but we're just going to push up that way then. Get the pawns pushing up. The big pawn push. Let's see, we could move right there. It'd be nice if I could trap his knight, but I don't see that happening. Should probably try and keep the light squares open because I got the light square bishop. So if we can put some, let's see, what can we do here? I guess we can force him to move, I suppose. What is this? What is this big ad? I've never seen that before. Alright, we're just going to throw in some pressure on him. He can't check me anymore because he's got that stupid pawn right there. Which will give me some... You know, we'll just put some fire on him. Take with the bishop. Ooh, that ain't no good. That is really no good. That is definitely no good, man. Oh, definitely no good. Left it all hanging out. Left it all hanging out. This will probably end up being a draw, though, to be honest. I can see it. I can already see it now. Unless he blunders this. He's going to blunder that. Yeah, maybe he'll push that down and then we can block his queen in. Now I think we should be okay, because I do have this pawn right here. This pawn is my lifeline. I need to keep the pawn safe. And in fact, I think we're good now. I can do that. I just need to keep this. Let's see. Hold on. He still can't move it, so I need to keep pushing this pawn up. Let's see. Yup. That's it. Oh, that's too bad, man. That was it. Yep. Let's try a rematch. We'll play a rematch with this guy. I accused him of cheating. Did I? Did I accuse him of cheating? No, not this guy. Alright, we're at 1477 versus a 1438. Now let's, man, I just can't get anywhere at 1500 level. We play good chess. Let's do another King's Gambit. Maybe this'll cheer me up again. We'll have a good one. Yeah, I don't care about that. In fact, I think I'm just gonna sacrifice the knight. Yeah, we'll keep that going. Sacrifice the knight. Come on, push him down. Let's see, push up. I'm looking to sack the knight. What is that? Is this just a sacrifice moment? Like just straight up sack the knight? Damn, I almost feel like it is. Sack the knight. I think it is. I think it's a knight sacrifice moment. Because there's really... If he doesn't want to take him, I'm just going to check him anyway. And then he's got no way of stopping it. In fact, it's checkmate if he doesn't stop it. Wow. Yeah. I think that's... I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I think that's the move. Just... Handstein Gambit? Is that really what it's called? He did take it. Okay. I don't know if that's the right move or not. It might not be. I mean, I think now I can take here, open it up, and then just check them. Right? Take his queen. Yeah. Okay. Free queen? Free knight, at least. Yeah, he just quit on that. Wow, that was interesting. Yeah, sorry dude, I'd like to play you again, but I can't. I'm gonna take a break. Alright guys, those are some games. Good fun games. He keeps wanting to replay, but we're gonna take a little break, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.